Ladies and gentlemen, I'm your host, Sam Nielsen. Being alongside me today is always the man behind the Twitter, Wrestling's Voice of Reason, Scott, as well as the third man, my co-host from ATR, Rising Sun, the man in black himself, Ethan. We are coming for you from above the ring, Bedlam Media's premier wrestling podcast, covering all things from AEW, WWE, worldwide, coming to you. It's Wednesday, Turner time. Wednesday? Yep. I don't know. You guys know when you're listening to this. I don't know when you're listening to this.
Hi, guys.
Hey, guys, in the morning. This is past ATR team here, coming to talk to you from the past.
Ooh. Back to the future.
Talk about the past. Clash of the Castle, Scotland, coming, gone. What a show. By the way, didn't realize this was their first PLE. I'm going to say pay-per-view. This is going to be like my thing with Walter. It's Walter, not Gunther. But pay-per-view in Scotland. This crowd was on fire. This was a great time. Guys, how did we like this overall?
I was a big fan of the show. Obviously because I won, so automatically puts it above me.
Yeah.
I mean, no. Joking aside, this was a good show. But yeah, once again, WWE going overseas to have a pay-per-view, basically just outside of the U.S. and crowd was on fire. The chants, just the overall energy, and just the performers were great. It was, yeah. I mean, were there some mistakes? Of course. It's pro wrestling. There's gonna be mistakes. Are there idiots on the internet that are gonna say things about it? Of course they are, because that's what they do, because they need the clicks, they need the views, they need the bullshit. You know what? They can type all they want on their little keyboards and post everything on Twitter. Guess what? These people are out here doing shit, making mega bucks while you're sitting in your mom's basement typing away, doing nothing. So fuck all y'all.
I'm going to counter that, Scott, and say that, watching this and the few flubs that I saw, that means the company's going downhill. This is how they're going to go away, and WWE's done forever. And then AEW is probably going to follow suit. And then, I don't know, like TNA.
Yeah. TNA will take over. They'll be the number one. Yep.
So I feel like we're pushing like this narrative that we have the war with the IWC. It's like ATR is war. Boom. Make that a logo, Scott.
There you go.
That's going to be the theme for 24. ATR is war.
Fuck
taking on the IWC. Wow, we're geniuses. Scott, I'm going to let you kick this one. I'm going to let you go through this. Guys, before we begin, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Scott, kick us off with the first match here. Let's talk about this.
All right. So, only 5 matches on the card.
Woohoo!
5, I know, right? Thought we might get a 6th, but we didn't. That's fine. We will go with a match that I actually did not expect to be the first one. It was the I Quit match for the Undisputed WWE Championship with Cody Rhodes taking on and defeating AJ Styles. Basically, thanks to Mama Rhodes, Cody was going to smash AJ's face in with the steel steps. And Cody had it out. AJ had enough, and he screams, "I quit." The match itself was great. I wasn't too nitpicky. I wasn't too fond of this ending because I've seen people take these types of hits before. I've seen AJ take these types of hits before, and it's never been like, "Oh my god, I'm gonna die." But other than that, like honestly, the match I thought was great. It was one hell of a way to kick off the show. I talked about chants earlier. With this crowd just chanting Cody Rhodes and just doing that for like 10 minutes. I saw videos on Twitter afterwards of you see Samantha Irvin singing along with it. You see like other people at the commentator desk singing to it. It was good stuff. So probably I'm going to throw this over to Ethan. Probably an Ethan pick.
Ding.
All right.
1 of 2, by the way. I like this. Like, I'm not a big fan of the I Quit matches, but the Edge and Balor. Oh, he said Edge. Oh. Go fuck yourselves, IWC. He was Edge already, so it counts. Him and Balor had a great I Quit match. I agree with you. I did not like that ending. Like Christian Cage got a fucking nail board to the dick. Yeah, that's why. See, I would quit too if I got. Yeah. Anyway, and then Cody threw the steps on his head. Anyway,
I know. I know, right? So like it didn't really matter.
And then Mama Rose, called him an asshole. That
I
was
know.
funny.
The
They didn't even
slap
say
across the face was hilarious as well.
I think she got too. Sorry, Scott. I think she got too excited though, because she slapped him like 2 more times. Like, I think
know.
she's a little fun with that.
The first one didn't connect. Let me slap it twice more just to make sure it hits. If I remember correctly, I think they said this is only the 26th I Quit match ever, and I'm like, holy shit! WWE's been around for a long time, and this is only the 26th time we've had an I Quit match.
Good.
I know. I mean, that is good. That's so rare, but it's
Yeah, I was gonna say, I think it was 26, but I also thought it was less of a number for obviously less of a number for like the title. It was like something really low for the title.
Yes. I'm trying to remember. I think they said the last time a title changed hands was like 2009 or something, or 8.
Something like that, yeah.
I think they said it was, which I thought again was another astounding thing that it had been that long since we had even a title change in an I Quit match. But yeah, it was good stuff.
Since we're talking about AJ Styles, so remember that big announcement WWE Nowhere teasing?
Yes.
AJ's going to Japan. He's facing Mayor Fuji. Sign me the fuck up. Let's go.
It's gonna be good stuff. I just love this. That they're working with a whole bunch of different people.
That same day, Io is going to Marigold and she's facing Utami. So if you don't hear from me that day, you know why.
Ethan's watching all the wrestling.
Hey now, this could be a banger.
Oh, I'm not saying it's not gonna be. I mean, you're gonna be like, I know most people hate this movie, but the movie Swordfish, where the guy sits in front of like 8 monitors, that's gonna be Ethan watching all the different wrestling at the same time.
Are you alive? I'm okay.
I will say, like, watch it. Like, this was a great way to kick off the show. Let's clarify. And the top talent, again, AJ, even as he's getting older, he just still looks good.
He hasn't missed a step, which is insane for someone who, I mean, he's not even that old, but just, yeah, for wrestling as long as he has and still running at top level, it's just, just a testament to how awesome he is.
Like, there's not. Yeah, no, I was gonna say there's not much talent like that as they get older. Again, I'm gonna go to Sting, who I think, even though I think he adapted with his age, but he still looked really good. Watching Dustin, I think Dustin Rhodes is still pretty good for his age. He's not as sloppy as some people. Jericho has his moments.
Hi guys.
He's good. He's one of the few I think will not look as great as he gets older.
I think with Jericho, it's a lot about how he conditions himself.
Yeah.
Because there's been times where he comes out and it's just like, did you gain 50 pounds in a week?
Yes. He's not really. It doesn't look like he's
completely shredded. So it's like, what's going on here? Like, be consistent. if you're gonna look good. Don't slip. Just keep going.
He's another one where if he transitions out of wrestling, he needs to stay as a manager.
Oh, absolutely. Or go back to commentary. Like, I can definitely see the learning tree be the last thing he does as an actual like gimmick, and then have him transition more into being like the manager for like Big Bill or for the bounty hunter or whoever else ends up joining the learning tree and enters the Jericho vortex. So like, I'm just like, this guy comes up with all these goddamn terms and it works perfectly for him. I don't know what, like, this man got the word "it" over, for God's sake. So I mean, what can't he do?
The list.
Yeah. Another thing. It's just he certainly is the king of reinvention.
Yeah.
So.
But
how did this match go, Scott? Was this the longest? I think this was the longest match on the show, wasn't it?
Yes.
Yes.
It's almost 28 minutes long.
Yep.
That did not feel like 28 minutes.
It did not, but that's a good thing.
Yes.
Like, it wasn't a match that dragged. But then again, looking back at it, I'm like, wow, it was only 28 minutes. Like, it felt longer, but I mean that in like the best way. Like, I wanted it to keep going. That's why probably why I was a little nitpicky about the ending. I'm like, come on, you could have done something a little bit better than that. But
galvanize his ankle or his neck. Be like, I'm gonna break your neck.
Something.
For me, I like the backlash. I like both matches. I like the backlash one a little bit better. So, but this one's an 8 out of 10 for me. And we found a possible new challenger after the match.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep. I mean, we kind of expected this would happen at some point. From what I'm hearing, this is going to be SummerSlam. With Solo Sequoia or Sequoia. Sequoia. It's not a tree. That's Big Bill. Um, uh, with Solo taking on Cody Rhodes at SummerSlam, and I also have a feeling that might be the return of Roman as well. I don't know if it'll be during the match or after the match or the Monday Raw afterwards, but yeah, it's gonna be interesting. Also, I don't know if you guys caught this when Kevin Owens and Randy Orton came out to save Cody after the Bloodline attacked.
I did see this.
You know where I'm going with this.
Yeah.
After they were done, they were celebrating. Randy had a nice long look at the WWE Championship, and I'm just like, oh, are we going for number 15, sir? What are we doing?
Well, he's in the Money in the Bank qualifying match on SmackDown this Friday, so
True.
he could.
See, I don't think Randy needs to be in there because I think he's above the Money in the Bank. I always feel like Money in the Bank should be saved for the mid-carders and maybe like lower upper level cards, but Randy is way above that.
Well, I mean, he already held it. He don't need because it's
right,
him.
That too. He's already won it. So I mean, I don't know. I feel like it's not necessary for him to be in that type of matchup. I think he could easily be the next challenger after Solo, like going into like Survivor Series. You can get Randy and Cody. Like that story writes itself already. So
or well, it's funny because like it's him, Tama, and Carmel on SmackDown, and then I can see like Tama or Carmel going. Well, I seen someone said they should do a 6-man tag with the Bloodline against Orton, Owens, and Cody, but Orton and Owens are both in qualifying matches. I mean, they could lose them, I guess, but I don't know.
Yeah, I mean that's true. We'll see.
Wait and see.
I'm just happy we have qualifiers for Money in the Bank, and they're all triple threats, which makes me very happy.
Thank God.
Yes.
And it's 6 people this time, not 8.
Yes, that's true. 8's too much. There are too many bodies, too many ladders, too many potential injuries. Yeah.
Well, do you remember Mercer 26? They fucking did 10 people.
Yeah, I do.
That was way too many.
Too much.
8, I could, like, I don't like it either, but I could put up with it. But 10's like, okay, whoa.
I like when they did 7. 7 was a nice odd number. So you could always have that one extra person to push over a ladder, stuff like that. So there was always that extra little tidbit. But 6 is a good number. I like it.
Yeah, I think 6 is a good number. Going off what Scott said, it's always fascinating. It's like when you have like a triple threat tag team. It's like, okay, there's always going to be one tag team or somebody from one of those tag teams that's, whether it be a ladder match or what it is, somebody's still hanging around.
Yep.
So.
And that's a wonderful segue, Sam. Going into our second match of the night.
Yeah, what do you got?
Triple threat tag team match for the WWE Women's Tag Team Championships. It was the unholy union of Alba Fire and Isla Dawn with the surprise of the night, I would say, winning the women's tag team titles, defeating Bianca Belair, Jade Cargill, and Shayna Baszler and Zoe Stark. I like the fact that they got the pin over Shayna and Zoe. That way it keeps Bianca and Jade strong. This was one of those unfortunate mistakes that happened during the match. The ropes get slippery, unfortunately for poor Jade. She did a great job when she did it at Backlash. Unfortunately, this time, I don't know what happened, but she just slipped right off. And of course, the internet decided to run on that. But it is what it is. I thought she looked great otherwise. I love the war paint that she had. I was just like, oh, hello, Miss Amazon. Don't kill me, please. Thank you. But I love the fact that our girls from Scotland get the win. And especially with Alba recently losing her mom and then still being able to come out and be the professional that she is and then get the win and just all the emotions that went with it afterwards. It was a really, really nice moment. And I mean, they were, if I remember correctly, the last NXT Women's Tag Team Champions. So it's only fitting that they're able to get right back into the title picture and win the titles. So
Well,
now we see what happens with Bianca and Jade going forward.
Well, technically it was Shayna and Ronda, but whatever. We'll just pretend they don't count.
Oh, that's right. Valid point.
I did like this match. I mean, people gotta go touch fucking grass. I mean, we all make oopsies. Like, come on, you don't
Exactly.
gonna give Jave shit. I kind of felt bad for her, honestly, for that.
Yeah, I did too.
But it's funny. So Shayna had her in the curve, and like they told us, spoiler, like where Jay showed Jay, and I'm glad they brought that up actually because you could clearly see she's going like this, and the ref's like, stop tapping, like stop tapping.
Yeah.
And then it's just like, but I'm glad that they didn't take the pin. Though. I mean, I kind of figured. I actually thought it was gonna be Zoe, not Shayna, getting the pin. To be honest with you, but yeah,
Poor
at
Shayna
least
taking all the L's recently.
poor Shayna, man, holy fuck. This was a good match. I just won 6 out, but out of the 5, this was probably my least favorite, honestly.
Yeah, this one wasn't bad. Still a good match. Even though the girls from Scotland won, your boys from North America lost. This is the one that we were just like, yeah, there's no way that Jade is losing this title.
Yep.
But also, this was a difficult, just to kind of focus on the whole, Scottish talent. This was really a hard one to pick. Which of the Scottish wrestlers were going to win? Because not all of them were going to win. There's a lot of solid title reigns going on right now.
Yep. Yeah, it's funny because I remember when we did our pick show for this, I think we went through this match in like 2 minutes. Like, not even. We're just like, yeah, no, champs are not going to lose this. It's not going to happen. We're just going to, push over everybody else and just keep on going. Well, your boys are wrong. So, it happens.
Well, let's be honest. This whole car, we all had the same picks as for the main event.
Except for the main event.
Literally, that was so people missed a picture. Literally, 4 of the 5, all 3 of us picked the same, and I'm like, fuck it, I'm gonna pick the different person for the world title.
Yeah. and I'm so glad that you did.
Was this shut up? Was this fuck you, punk? No, I'm joking. What was it? How did this match go? Like 12 minutes or something?
This, yeah, a little over 12. So yeah, it was pretty
Shortest
good.
match of the show,
Yes.
ironically.
Yep.
But I'm glad they got them done. I mean, I know they've been on TV much, not really their fault, but they're probably not gonna hang them on too long. But I'm glad they deserve it though, honestly, especially how far the month she fucking went through. Holy fuck.
Yeah.
But good for them though.
Yeah, we'll see how long those title reigns lasts. I know Triple H he's a lot more protective of the women's tag division than Vince was, so they'll get more stuff on TV. And they also said that they will defend it on all 3 brands, so we could also see them in NXT as well, which would be nice because there are still some women's tag teams in NXT, even though most of them have been, it's a 4. Yeah, they used to be a whole lot more. That's why they had their own tag team belt back then. But most of them either moved up to the main roster or they got all split up.
Or they got released.
Or they got released, yes. Try to keep things positive. Damn it. But no, you're right.
We gotta be honest, man. Come on.
I know. All right, so going into our third match, that was for the IC title. I believe this was the other one that we all got wrong.
Unfortunately.
Sami Zayn defeating Chad Gable yet again for the IC to retain his IC title. Lots of drama in this match with the whole thing with the Alpha Academy. Obviously, Chad getting distracted because Otis had enough, took Maxine away after Chad chop blocked her, thanks to Sammy rolling out of the ankle lock. Otis had enough. They all walk off. Chad's all like, wow, they'll come back. We're family. You can't turn your back on family. And then he gets haluva kicked in the face. And that's the end of it. More things happen with Chad Gable going forward, but we'll talk about that at a later date. Good match. I like this a lot. The drama for me was really what put it over the top. I love everything that they've done. I'm so glad that Chad resigned. But yeah. I think this one you said it was a 7 out of 10.
No, this is my match. No, this was a 9.
Oh, it's a 9. All right.
The next match, is a 7.
I was close.
You're close. This was a banger. I mean, these two never had bad matches. I mean, I'm glad, like Scott, I'm glad Gable saw it. Honestly, he would have got lost at AEW. Not taking shots. I'm just being honest.
No,
Uh,
you're true.
I the entrance it went like curl like this. It reminds me of like the Attitude Era stages. Like remember they used to do
Yeah.
like curve.
Yep.
I kind of miss that. Not gonna lie. But I wish honestly I wish Gable won it, but oh well. I mean I don't know what's going. We'll tell what the Intercontinental picture on Raw future
Yep.
future down the road.
Yep.
I'm surprised. I was kind of right with the Otis thing, but he didn't tag him again. We'll talk about that later.
Yep.
But I like how he was gonna punch Shane Maxine's like holding her ankle, and I was like, okay, I'll come to you, Peach, and then just walks away. Tessa wasn't there though, which was a little surprising. That's
No,
two. That's
that
two
was
trips now.
surprising.
You missed it.
Yeah,
What if
Right
it's a
now.
work visa thing?
maybe.
The-
Oh, I didn't even think of that actually.
I don't know.
Yeah, this was incredible. Like again, Sami Zayn has not, because I sit there. I think one of the most emotional nights, one of the most emotional moments at Mania, if you take Cody out of the equation, was Sami Zayn beating Gunther. Like
Gunta.
that was he's never put on a bad match.
No.
So, and especially now, I'm like really seeing Chad Gable for it, especially this match. He belongs to he deserves to stay in the upper mid card right now, if not go to the upper card. Like he's really just top of his game right now. So, you know, kudos to both of these men. I'm looking forward, and I feel like Chad's going to be the one to still take the belt from Sammy, regardless. You know, give that man a title.
Yeah, he definitely deserves something.
Or maybe he's the one who takes away from Cody.
Maybe.
I'm just throwing ideas out.
I don't know.
Thank you.
I also I read somewhere that it was Chad's idea to turn heel. And
Oh
I'm
yeah,
like, brilliant. Thank God.
That was the same podcast he announced his contract. That Grail Position podcast, whatever.
Yeah.
That they're actually not bad. Out of the wrestling pod, they're pretty good from the stuff I heard. But him turning heel, I mean, smart. It was
Alpha Academy's faces were great, but they had their time. It was time for Chad to go the other way. So I'm glad that they did.
Hurt Gable.
Now we just need Team Gable. So we'll see if that happens.
Yes, let's make that soon, please.
Our fourth match was the other ladies' match of the night. It was the match for the WWE Women's Championship as Bayley took on, as Michael Cole likes to say, a very game Piper Niven. With Bayley retaining her title. We had, of course, Chelsea Green, which I'm not going to even try to be Samantha because it just doesn't work. Coming out not once, but twice, although she was under a mask, so it could have been anybody else. We thought it might have been Jack Ryder, so who knows?
Could have been Mr. America. Who knows?
That's right. Exactly.
Oh my God, what a fucking gimmick. Mrs. America, Sam, get it right. No, actually, she should be Mrs. Canada. There we go.
That's true. That is true. She is Canadian. But yeah, no, I enjoyed this match. I'm glad Bayley won because she deserves to have a good long title run. Again, the whole thing with this feud just kind of coming out of nowhere. They tried to build it in 3 weeks. They did a decent job with it. The match was good. Will it continue going forward? I don't know. We'll find out after SmackDown if they're going to continue this feud or if Bayley's going to move on to something else.
I enjoy this one. I mean, I thought Piper had it a couple of times. I mean, she was so. I mean, Chelsea Green was just funny as hell too. Like the first time she pulled, and Charles was like, and Piper's like, "Why?" And Charles like, "She touched me." And then she comes back like with the Rey Mysterio mask. I thought that was hilarious.
Yeah,
but I love where I think Bayley saw the ring and Piper hit the Bossman Slam. That was cool. But 7 out of 10 for me.
Yeah, no, this was good. I really liked how they put the I don't want to say local talent, but like the home, the talent who are from this country in a lot of these matches. It's really nice to see. I'm hoping that means that we get, I don't know, Ludwig Kaiser involved, maybe in a main event with Cody in Berlin.
I mean,
he's German.
I would not hate that at all. I think that would be great. Yeah.
Or
We'll see.
or Gunther in there. I know he's Austrian, but sometimes.
Well, I
No.
mean, they're on different brands, so he could go after. Well, going after Damien, they'd both be heels. They'll
Well,
figure it out.
yeah, I mean,
Figure out a way.
but,
Ilya
but
Dragunov.
regardless, I do like this. It was good to see Piper get some extra love coming out. I thought the match was great. I love the whole angle with Chelsea Green, coming out and throwing her tantrum when she gets kicked out. She
Yeah.
comes back with the mat. Like it was great heel work. It was great. And yeah, good for Bailey. Good match. Good match regardless.
And then our main event
This one got Scott the win. We'll just
for the World Heavyweight Championship, Damian Priest, El Campeon, defeating Drew McIntyre via pinfall, thanks to CM Punk. Everybody banned from ringside. We had the naturally, we're going to have a ref bump during this match. And then you have the wide view of a ref running down the ramp, sliding into the ring in perfect position, goes 1, 2, and then stops. And I'm just like, what? I didn't notice the hair. Apparently, everybody else on the internet noticed the hair first. So I was too busy looking at the ref and not the hair. And then you see him do the deuces, and I'm just like, wait, that looks familiar. And the camera pans, and it's Punk, and I'm just like, hey, that's what McIntyre did about Punk's WrestleMania dream.
Graveyard meme.
The graveyard meme, exactly. Yeah. Drew gets his hands on Punk, tries to choke him in the corner, and Punk's like, nope, kicks him right in the gonads. Done.
Gambags, as Taz like to say.
That's right. Yeah. And then, yeah, that was it. We got South of Heaven from Damian Priest after he almost lost his leg earlier in the match. He tried to do, I think it was a rope assisted.
It's like a rope swanton or something.
Yeah. And his foot got caught in the ropes. It was scary as shit, too.
His head almost hit the apron, too. Did you
exactly,
see that?
yeah. So, and then, of course, you see Drew immediately get up from being off the ground to check. And then the ref's like, he's fine. So Drew's like, all right, kick. But yeah, for that split second, I was like, oh my God, did he just like tear every tendon in his leg? And like, holy shit. And then, yeah, it was just nuts. But
Sid Vicious. He almost Sid Vicious himself.
oh my God. That's still I watched that live, and to this day, I'll never forget. I will never forget that image ever. It's anyways. Yeah, I thought this was a great way to end the show. Obviously, everybody was pissed, and it was hilarious to see. It's just you don't always have to send people home happy, and it's just it works. It really truly does work. Sometimes people have to get pissed off because it works for the greater story, for the greater good. So, yeah.
My turn. 7 out of 10. This was great. It was funny. Like I remember, I was like, "Is Punk gonna like fuck him?" I had it because people were saying that he was there. I'm like, "Yeah, okay, whatever." Because you know that meme where he's at the airport and they're like,
Yep.
"He's at the airport." I'm like,
"Yep."
I'll believe it when I see it. And then I love how they didn't show his face until like the last second.
Yeah,
I was like,
exactly.
It's like, who the fuck's this new ref? Come on, count to 3. I need this point. And I was like, wait a minute. Then I saw this. I'm like, oh, all right. Like at first I was like, oh, please, because I thought Punk was gonna be. At first I was like, oh, he's an idiot for costume. Then I was like, wait a minute, no, I'm the idiot for saying that. No, they don't need title right now. They don't really need the title. I mean, I wish Drew won, and what you like. Besides the point was, but like because it's his home country, and Cole Raw was like the curse of the Clash or something because that's 2 clashes in a row now. You got fucked over.
Yep.
But thank God Priest is okay. I mean, I thought when he landed, he had to put his hand with the last second because his head just missed. I think like the bar part of the apron. I was like, oh fuck. I was like, am I just witnessing a Sid Vicious here and a concussion right on TV?
Yeah.
And Drew's like, you good? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Back to kicking.
I like how they're chanting the. I think he was like, oh, that was a kickoff. Never mind. They're going like, hooray, and they're like, fuck him up. And then Tito was Broken Dreams. I'm like, oh, missed opportunity to come back and do his Broken Dreams. I missed that entrance.
That theme was great. Will we ever get it again? I
Probably
don't know.
not.
I hope we get it at least once. I know we got the tease at the last Clash at the Castle where they had that opening intro video package that had the song, and that was enough for me at the time. But we got Sheamus's old theme back. Why can't we get Drew's? I mean, for one night only, but we'll see.
Just for especially in his hometown, right? But like, I love how they put the loud thing too, and it's like I think it got up to like 100,
Yeah.
even past 100 for him. I'm like,
Yeah.
oh shit. And then Priest comes out, it's like Dominic and Don Callis, he like just booing the shit out. And Samantha is like, after house show, like after events, she's like, thanks for coming, guys. And everyone's like, boo, bullshit. Calling CM Punk a cunt.
Yeah.
CM cunt.
Well, I mean, over there, that's common language for them.
Oh, it was so funny because like after the show, and then poor Samantha Irvin just like, yeah, show's over. Have a good night, guys. Boo, bullshit. I'm like, oh, poor Samantha.
They were mad.
I thought Orion was gonna start breaking down the arena. I'm like, uh-oh. Wee woos. But 7 out of 10 for me. I really enjoy this one.
Yeah, this was one for me where I actually I did see the screenshot because I watched it later. I did see a Punk in the ref uniform, but when time came to watch this, memory doesn't serve well. So I'm just like, okay, what's going on with the rev? Okay, the rev bumped, and this is where the thing has to happen. And I'm like, okay. And I'm like waiting, and then the ref comes out. I'm like, okay. And then, like you said, 1, 2, hand stop. I was like, all right, okay, that makes sense. So that was good. A lot better than I thought it was gonna be. Not to knock either of these men. I don't know why I felt like this wouldn't have been as good for some reason. More so, maybe I was focused on the Drew and Punk aspect of it, but it was still great. It was awesome. Great way to start the show. Great way to end the show.
Yep.
It's so funny. I started as soon as Punk kicked him, like came out and screwed him. I'm like, Scott, you win. I started, and then Scott's like, I win. I'm like, yeah. As soon as he came out and screwed him, I'm like, I probably knew that Scott had this in the bay.
Yeah.
And then,
Yep.
But
I like how I may or may not have shot both my hands up when I
win.
As soon as Punk kicked him, I was like, yes, I'm gonna win.
The Glasgow screw job. But it was can't talk right now. But the Skull and Crow was great. I mean, Drew. It was like 5 minutes before Priest came. I'm like, okay, can we like speed this up a little bit? Like, come on. But I thought a lot of people were complaining about the ropes too. Like the whole night. I'm like, well, I mean, it's one-off night, whatever. Like, who cares?
It is.
But it's funny how Bear. By the way, the post show, fucking great. Get him fired. He should have been banned from the building. Yada yada. I'm like, yes.
Wade.
Dick Barrett.
Drew got very heated after the match was over, obviously, and like put his hand on the ref and put his hands on Corey Graves, starts yelling at Wade, and Wade tries to calm him down, and then Wade has to go on the post show, and Wade is just like, this is bullshit, and like I fully expect this to continue on SmackDown because Punk is going to be in SmackDown because it's in Chicago.
I think Drew shows up and beats the shit out of him and get payback.
Well, we'll see. We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. But I fully expect Wade Barrett to go off on him verbally. If this leads to Wade getting back in the ring for some purpose, I'll be even more happy about this. But the time investments that they're putting into these storylines that are not rotated around the title are just beautiful. It's so refreshing to see actual storylines that are just refreshing almost every week. Somehow they keep tagging it along, and it's not like, oh my god, please just get this over with. I can't wait every show to be like, all right, what's the next story? What's the next chapter? What's going on next? So yeah, Raw was definitely, you can't miss television. We'll talk about that afterwards, because Sam needs to watch it because he didn't get a chance to watch it live.
Boo.
But no, it's all right. There are things going on. I didn't watch it live either because I was watching the Celtics win the NBA championship. So let's go. I watched it very early this morning before work. So yeah, we'll talk about that on our next ATR episode because there's a lot that happened, and this needs to be an episode we talk about.
Oh, also, I like how Triple H is like, making I think of Punk's sugar. I think because Punk started eating donuts in the press conference.
Yeah.
And Triple H's like, I think it's a sugar intake or something. Like he gets mad every time he comes over here. I'm like, maybe you gotta like take stuff away from him. I don't know.
The fact that like the entire like management seems to be so pro Punk and how like Punk's done all these great things since he's come here. He's helping out all the kids. He's changing the backstage, stuff like that. And it's just everything's for the good. And it just ties into how Wade's so pissed off about it. And it's just, yeah, they've gone so deep with this. I'm very excited as I look back at myself and I can see the sun coming through my windows, lighting me up. No, it's complete opposite because now Ethan is completely dark. Earlier in the show, he was like a white picture.
All right, guys. So let's wrap this up here. Let's talk about the scores quickly. Obviously, it was very close.
It was once again only 1 point difference in the show.
The traditional 1 point at this rate.
Yep, pretty much how it works. I don't think there's really going to be blowouts here. I had a respectable 3-2 score, and both Ethan and Sam finished 2 and 3. Obviously, our two big missteps were the women's tag titles and the IC title.
Literally back to back.
Yeah, they were back to back. I was like, oh god, we're all 1 and 2 going into match 4. This is not going to work. But no, it was good. So with that gives me my 3rd point. So now I am once again tied with Ethan for first place.
The co-champs are tied, baby.
Sam, not too far behind. Has 1 point. You can easily get that back with the next show.
Forbidden Door, baby.
Got Forbidden Door. Season. And then shortly after that, boys, we have Money in the Bank. Well, this has been Clash of the Castle Scotland, guys. Don't forget to check us out on YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram at Above the Ring and Bedlam Media. You can find myself as This Will Be Official, Scott as Scotty J Stream, and Ethan as Wrestling_fan_9.
Yeah, you got it.
Make sure you like, share, subscribe, leave a comment, leave a review. Tell people why Bedlam Media and HER, I don't know why I blanked on that, is the podcast of your choosing and why they should listen to us as well. Again, guys, thank you so much for listening. And as always, do not forget to join the Bedlam.